How are y'all doing tonight? I said, how are y'all doing tonight? Look, and let me tell you something. No matter what's going on, you got to make sure you get your mission out. I just had multiple interruptions. I mean, multiple on the last video. I mean, over 4. I'm probably going to be editing that video for a while. So I said, you know what? I'll make another. At least one. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my new and old subscribers and my TikTok family. Wasn't for you guys, this wouldn't be possible. Shout out to my replay gang and shout out to my overseas gang. Listen, I'd like for you guys to, if you would like to comment in the chat where you guys are checking in from. I'd like to see we're reaching out. Even if you're in the States or the same state, just drop, a flag or, your location if you don't want to go into a full sentence or whatever. I don't expect for a paragraph or anything like that. Just trying to see where we're reaching and who we're reaching and where the Soul Tribe is located at. So if you'd like, and you can drop a comment about anything. Your boy's healed. I'm going through comments and having the same conversations as I have on TikTok. If you want to know how I really speak to people, go to my TikTok. If you go in there, you'll see how friendly I am, how cordial and back and forth the conversations are. It's a really good community over there. If you're not following me, go ahead and follow me. But, I'd like to have that same kind of energy over here on YouTube. We're not in the low vibrational, raggedy state of mind or groups anymore. So we've elevated. We're on some motivational, inspirational type of stuff, right? While bringing the Narc awareness, which is a part. That's the Satan's, Mr. Smith. That's the Satan's number one soldier. Well, you're the number one soldier for God. So obviously, right now, since that Narc spirit, whatever spirit it is of ancient, it goes by many names. You are a soldier of God, fighting the battle, being God's right-hand man here to take care of this, because this situation's gotten out of hand. There's got to be some good old-fashioned laws of nature, law and order. You know what I'm saying? Get everything grounded again. You know what I'm saying? Listen, y'all. I'm gonna pick up where we left off at. Just speaking about finessing and being finessed. I believe the word is overused and it's very silly. If you have to go out of your way to try to take something material from someone else to make yourself feel like you leveled up, and then try to take from that person and then go back and see if it hurt that person or not. I mean, who's really getting finessed? I mean, more than likely who you took it from is probably somebody that's abundant. And who's to say that they taught you everything or you seen it's just really silly, and it's self-destructive, because the way we should be thinking is, we all have our own gifts. And if you want to, find a way to appropriate somebody's gift or, learn from someone, then we should be sharing. Only narcissists have these gatekeeper mentalities, y'all. Just wanting to gatekeep everything, hoard knowledge, grab others' knowledge, run away, and be that version, be a version of you around their friends and family, with the other things that they've stolen from other people, right? It's this really weird assimilation type of way of thinking, more like a parasite, again, more like a Agent Smith, assimilating people for the Matrix, right? And it's wild out here, you know what I mean? So, like I was saying in the last video, but want to go deeper on, your silence speaks volumes. And I say it like this for this reason. Narcs, they have like this monkey see, monkey do mentality. And if you don't like, using that phrase, oh well, right? They have to see what you're doing and then mimic it. And if they can't see what you're doing or see how you're moving, they don't know what to do. They glitch up. So when you're moving in silence and you're not, they have to trigger you to try to get you to say something like, oh man, I just want them to say like what they're up to, or how they're moving outside the camera or whatever. And you don't do that because you know what's going on. So you're moving a certain kind of way. It freaks them out. They don't know what to do or what to say. And honestly, I mean, who really cares? Who really cares? But for some reason, these people, they really can't get over, whatever they thought they were getting over with. and you not responding the way that they wanted you to, which would be broken and bummed out and depleted. But not just that, even trying to find out what they're doing, you don't even care about any of it. I don't plan for this video to be too long, and also I forgot to set it at the lower defaulted at the lower quality, so it's gonna be 4K. It's gonna take forever. See, what this does is with them, this is their mentality. It gives like VIP club treatment, and they gotta be, in like the outside of the club completely, in their car, looking in from the window. Not even like, getting in line, because the bouncers they're on that do not, allow in list, no contact on any social media platforms, and blocked on, well, they ain't got my number anyway. You know what I'm saying? Or anybody that you don't want to have your number, or anybody you have to cut off, period, whoever it would be. This drives them insane. And you're not really understanding how much is driving them crazy, because you don't care what people do. Like, it makes you know, never mind. But for some reason, they have to know what you're doing. It's really also so they can go back and say, oh, they're doing this and that, and I'm doing this and that, so they can try to compete and, try to one-up you. But when they don't know what you're doing, and people are asking them, or something new comes out that you kind of held off on and then popped up on the scene with, it's like, well, if that's the case, then why are they doing this and that, and you're still doing this? They don't have any ideas. They can't get any ideas. They don't remember when, you were allowing them in your energy, how you were always feeding them ideas in different ways and big up in them all the time. That's all you do. But people don't notice that stuff, or you just like, let people know, like, while they're talking about things, oh, you be good at doing that, or, you ever thought about this an idea, or, it seemed like you kind of want to, do this, you ever thought about, and that kind of stuff ends up making people feel like they came up with it on their own, because you don't say stuff like, this is my idea and here, you should have it. I don't do stuff like that. You don't do stuff like that. You just make suggestions in the heat of things, because you can kind of see. You just can see. You can't explain it. You can just see. You can just tell. You can tell where, like, I can look at people online, and tell what they could improve on their channels and stuff that would make them pop off, because I can see the collective and different collectives from a bird's eye view, right? And I've always been that way. So, and I've tested it. I've been in Iraq. I've worked for the White House, self-made engineer. I was able to get the information from a bird's eye view to know how engineering works. I was able to get the information from a bird's eye view to know how to navigate. I remember my recruiter told me that when you go to basic training, you want to be the person they don't remember your name. And when I left basic training, my drill sergeant was like, Private Young, you was in my squad. I was like, yes. Listen, man, like, you really have to move a certain kind of way in life, right? And I'm a real quiet type of person, but I have a lot of different ways I like to think. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna tell nobody, right? But it's always like, I think you limit yourself when you only see yourself from yourself. So I like to see myself from looking at other people's points of view. That's why a lot of people be like, oh, you be, empathizing and sympathizing for, these narcs. No, I can just somewhat see why they do. When you look into the history of why they do what they do from childhood trauma, you can kind of see why some of them, but they are adults, and they should have some kind of cognitive ability to think like, man, this is not right. I need to do better. They don't. They choose not to, and that's where that empathy drops for me, because, we all go through it. We're not here to have the trauma Olympics. It's just, hey, are you adult enough to try to seek help or heal yourself? But I have the ability to see that. Every ex I've had has improved after me. I just have the ability to see, hey, you could just do this and do that, and, this or that, or, you ever thought, or just being around me and watching me and how I move, or give them what they need to start moving differently, and then they'll mistake that energy for their own, or get jealous and try to shelf me, and it's just the demons in them, and that's friends, family, whoever. I ain't just talking about like ex-lovers, So listen, this being shut out, especially if they've been on your inner circle before, you don't understand, because you are the energy. You know, I got 2 more pages, so I'm gonna have to make like a third part. But you don't understand because you are the energy. You know, so you can't see it yourself, but it's addictive. When people are around you and then they can't be around you, it's addictive. And see, I'm letting you know so you know. So you're not caught off guard. The more you know, the better you can, defend or be prepared for someone stalking you. Like there's women that have, when I was on my healing journey, messed up and came at me the wrong kind of way, but they're still watching me, and they know that I know they're watching me because they know I know everything. But they're doing it from the shadows. There's exes, out there watching me. You know what I'm saying? Bragging about, that they used to be with me or whatever. Yeah, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It really doesn't matter, but I understand that my energy is just contagious, and they just, Now, I don't mind the ones that are just, doing whatever they're doing in silence, but it's the ones that are, or the one, or the friends, or the ex-family, or whatever, that's trying to cause me problems. Like, that's, just chill out. Go about your life. You're only going to be able to get the information that allow you to see from the outside. You want it. Remember, they wanted to be on the outside so bad. I mean, they really wanted to, remember? They found every way possible to be on the outside looking in. Now, when they start saying stuff like, not them or anyone, say, well, deep down they had to really care about you. The kind of love that is, you want nothing to do with. You want the kind of love that you give people. The kind of love that's reciprocated on the same level, right? You're the ultimate mirror. You're able to give people a great love when they give that love to you, or if they give you and show you their ass, then you can do the same, but on a greater level that they'll never forget, right? That's kind of the way God has you operate and run, right? Listen, nobody want to mess with you. I'm gonna write that down. Nobody wants to mess with you. See, it's all fun and games for people to do magic, spell work, just evil eye or thinking ill of you, but nobody will approach you and say, hey, I feel this and that about. Nobody will. Nobody has the guts enough to do so. But, it's easy to throw a rock and hide your hand, and try to mess people's businesses up or whatever through just doing ignorant things. But if you're so big, bold, and bad, why are you not, coming to the front, letting somebody know you have a problem with them so I can deal with you like a man or a woman? Never happened. Never will. You know what I'm saying? Not going to do it. Not going to do it. And this is the part about it, man. You know what I'm saying? You probably would have a little bit of respect for them if they did do it, even though you still put them in their place. But these people want to humble you for no reason. A lot of them you don't even know, or they think they got you fooled and they're thinking that, they're your friend when you've said it a million times. You haven't won. I mean, but it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's just the effort that they put in these things, man. To try to hate on you, to try to crush you at the same time, admiring you and trying to be just like you. It is the craziest thing you'll ever see in the world, but it is what it is. What can you do about it? But listen, y'all, I'm not gonna hold you any longer. I'm gonna have to make like 2 more parts. Probably try to get one out tonight and then the other one out tomorrow, because it's like 2 pages of notes, man. You know what I'm saying? But listen, moving in silence is the best way to be. Make sure that's what you're doing. Don't let anybody know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Keep that to yourself. And also think about it like this. The more people know, the more that negative energy can mess up your blessing. So, you know what I'm saying? Keep it to yourself. But remember, love myself. Love yourself. Love God. I'm out.